Well everybody, I hope you can see me all the way over here. I'm over here, look, over here. Working on Robert's train set, and nice quick intro here hopefully. What the trains you can see running at the moment under iTrain's control at the moment. What's going to be in this video, and basically it's a bit of scenic work that I have to make a decision on. It's a problem with this back scene that's here, and sorting out the 395. So hope you'll enjoy it. Any comments would be welcome, and likes would be nice. I really would like some likes if you like it. Does help. So I'd also like to thank any of the subscribers that have come on, new ones. It's up and down. I get some new ones, and then I either lose them or YouTube sort of fiddles around and takes them off and then puts them back again. But the overall thing is a rise of subscribers. I think I'd have trouble beating a tortoise with them, but yeah, they do keep going up slightly, so quite pleased with that. Thank you very much everybody. So I think with no more ado, oh, one last thing. I don't know if you've ever watched Me and My Brain, Collins N-gauge. Yes, I know it's the wrong scale. But and I think this one's gone out of position again. He's going to be doing iTrains on his new layout when he builds it, so I wish him luck. Pop over and have a look at his channel if you want. So it's Collins N-gauge. He had a nice layout, and through reasons he's had to sort of give that one up, and he's going to start this really big project. So I think he needs a bit of encouragement, but he's a nice chap. So. So, cheers everybody, cheers, let's get into the film. Bye. So, like I used in my sidings, which you'll see later, I decided to use the Hatton's loads to do a bit of ballasting. So I did this, and I ran the cube camera over it to show you what it was like. I then ordered some ballast in this little box, and it might have been little, but it was quite heavy, and it was sent for £3.50, and it arrived the next day. And as you can see, it's not a very big box. and it came from these people, WW Scenics. So this is what was in it. Two kilo bags of medium mixed grey stone ballast, which I thought would be all right. Never mind. And yeah, it was, you know, they were very efficient, I'll give them that. And they've supplied what I clicked on. So I can't blame anybody else except me. So I then tried to use all this, and I had, it was hopeless really, absolutely hopeless. So anyway, I ran the little 08 along on all three, well, one after the other. So this is the middle one. I did do it with a brush a bit better than I did the first time. So this is the Hatton's loads mixed up. I'm sorry, the signal's at red. Forgot. This was manual, of course. And then the inner one, which was what I'd ordered, but I'd had to crush it to make it a lot smaller. And the next one is with it as it came out the bag, and as you can see, it's absolutely hopeless. It might be a medium ballast, but I think it's medium ballast for a G-scale layout, not this double O. And just to remind you again, I just ran it down the siding one that I did, and I did actually glue it, this one, so it sort of takes the whiteness away. So there's the 08 trundling up the layout after doing this lot of filming for me. And I had to make some decisions, didn't I? So I didn't want to do the ballast and glue it down because it's on a track mat which is glued down with white glue, and if I then wet it all, it's going to be a right nightmare. So as I said, I tried to crush this to make it a better fit, and the one on the left is as it came out the bag, and on the right is as I crushed it, so it was better. And this is the Hatton's loads, that's what that looks like. So I thought this isn't going to work, and I've decided that I'm now not going to ballast anymore. I'm going to leave it as I had it, which I'm quite happy with. So I used those tools to try and get as much off as I could, and as you can see, I didn't do a bad job of it. And then I just used the two vacuum cleaners, a little handheld one and a bigger one, to get the big bits, because it wouldn't get the big bits off the handheld. And here we are back to pristine track mat, shall I say. So that was, you know, I ordered the wrong stuff basically, and it cost me 20 quid. So yeah, but so we'll move on and we'll go to the back of the layout now. And if you remember, I did a scene on the back of the back scene, didn't I? And this is something else I didn't do very well. It was on hardboard, but it was on the back of the hardboard. Now I did paint it with emulsion, but it was absolutely useless. It just kept unsticking, and it's a very sticky back scene, really is, as you'll see a bit later on the end bits, which I think we're getting here. And I thought, there's no way I can take this off and maybe paint it or whatever. So originally I was going to do it with Velcro, and I bought a lot of Velcro, and that's what I did. And if you notice, it didn't stick very well either, and it was very sticky, but I stapled that bit onto the back of the back scene, and it doesn't actually go through. It don't look very nice, but it does work. So that's what I did, and I've done that most of the length where I need it. Obviously the joint's not perfect, but if I show you, look, it really is loose. It's just hanging there. It's not, you know, it's not stuck. But the ends are fine because it was on the cardboard, you know. So both ends are okay, like here. and that's what, and sort of this is what it was stuck to, this emulsion, and it's hopeless. It's absolutely hopeless. Really is. So another mistake. So from a few problems I've had to a good story. In the view you can see it's the Javelin, the 395, sitting in the long fiddle yard really, or storage area, or whatever you want to call it. And if you saw my last but one live, I had trouble with this. I couldn't bring it out automatically because the lights wouldn't stay on. So as you can see, I'm now doing this automatically. So the train is actually coming out under iTrain's control, and when you do a instant route, you have to have it in the way that it went in. So in other words, forwards with the headlight at the front. And why it wouldn't run was because as soon as it changed direction, which is what it does automatically, the headlight would go out and it wouldn't work. So I was quite pleased with this. So I've got it to here, and because it's working, I thought, right, let's give it a completely automatic run. So like I did with the 101, I'll set it in, have no routes, and just click the button. So off it went. So where is it going to go to, I wondered. Well, it came out, and I was hoping it would go into the inner circuits, but no. Unfortunately, it just did a circuit around here, which is very nice to see, but yeah, I thought it would be maybe a bit more adventurous. So I let it go on, and it didn't work. So I then put it on the inner track and tried the same thing. And what did it do? It just went round and round the inner track. It wasn't going anywhere else. Now this works by going to the stations. So, you know, there are enough stations all over the layout to do it. I think one of the reasons might be the length of the train. It's in a lot of cases it's longer than the actual length of a block, you know. So I think that's probably what sorted it. And as you can see, it went round twice. Now it did stop at the station up here, you know, which is okay. And this is all completely, remember, automatic. So yes, it came back and it was just going to go round and round. So got fed up with that, and I sent it back into the siding with a instant route. So that worked quite well as usual. Obviously it didn't have to do any reversing or anything. Now, how did I put it right? I came up here one day to move trains around, and I was really lazy, and I just put the DR5000 on and used my app on my phone. And I needed to put this train in that app, so I just put the engine in and did the light, which is all it's got as a function, and the whole train worked perfectly. You know, the lights were on one end, and then it would reverse and the light would come on the other end, and it worked. So I looked at that and I thought, okay. So in iTrains I had it, the power car and the trailing car, and I had the number 52 as the number for it. And all I did, I took the number out from the trailing car and just left the stuff that it needs, and took out the decoder, because there's a decoder in that trailing car, and it's worked lovely. So it's weird, isn't it? Really, really weird. So next we'll just give you a little insight into what's in the next video. Okay, everybody? So the Earl of St Germans. I hope Kelly will be pleased to see her. And she's pulling some Hornby carriages, the railroad ones. And it's all concerning this little short bit you're about to see in the next video. I don't think I'll say any more than that. And hopefully you'll watch that when it comes out. But this is actually the reverse of what it does on my intro, isn't it? So I thought I'd do it the other way, because this obviously is the right way now that it's iTrains, but this was all done manually. So watch out the next episode, everybody. Cheers.